All right, let's get this party started. A big hello to all of the big timers, as well as all of the whale members and elitists who decided to join the stream today. Today, I'm really excited to present the second episode of the big experiment, which obviously I've learned how to do. I've learned how to do titles now, so it's the big experiment, where we essentially take $5,000 of my money out of my pocket. I get off my high horse as a whale and actually start to do the analysis and the groundwork for seeing whether or not we can take $5,000 and snowball it into $1,000 a week in income from Web3 gaming. Now, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Big Time, so we decided to use Big Time as the methodology to be able to see whether or not this is feasible. And we have a bunch of things we're going to do today. I think the very first thing that I'm going to do is, I'm very grateful for everyone who has followed the channel as well as subscribed to the channel while I was offline. So I just do want to give a shout out to Zener Zen, Paulo Jan, Luke Crest with the subscription. Thank you so much, Luke. Big Web3 5 level X. PD Gaming for the subscription on 3 months. Thank you so much. And Carlos Gigi, who gave me a shout out on her channel just now. So thank you so much to everybody who's just making this process a little bit easier to grow the channel and to make it a lot more fun. Now, despite my name, Well D Shark, the shark in me is not that ferocious. So feel free to post anything that you'd like in chat, as long as it isn't spam. Even if it's just to drop a short note to say hello, make sure you guys do that, and we can have a lot of fun while we're going through some of the data, deploying some of the assets. We're going to be working within the market today, so it should be tons of fun, guys. So. Without further ado, what I'd also like to state, as you might have seen from the title of the stream, yesterday what we did was we deployed 5 time wardens to actually produce hourglasses for the audience. All right. Now, again, when looking at Twitch, I've seen a lot of people, give out codes, give out $1 or $2. But what I haven't seen is people give away assets, right? And I thought that could be something that's very interesting as we move forward, as a way to reward everybody who comes into stream and decides to give me their eyes and their ears for the hour or two that we do decide to do this. So we'll be doing a test run, right? So the time wardens were deployed yesterday, so they haven't borne fruit yet. But what we will do is we will do a test run later today. Again, I do want to make sure that my subscribers are wellly rewarded. So what we will do today, most likely, is we will do 1 run for the total following or the total chat, and we will do 1 run for subscribers only. iFace22, what is good, my friend? I love the eyes and the ears. So we will do 1 run for all followers, right? We'll do 1 run for all followers, and we will do 1 run for only subscribers only, right? And the methodology that we're going to be able to do this is really a whale members tradition. We used to have, again, we used to run marbles on a weekly basis. The community loved it. So I've taken some tips out of Rude Moose's playbook, set up everything very late last night, gave it a few tries. I think if you guys sometimes monitor chat while I'm offline, you'll see me down there hard at work, getting and crunching, all these different new things that I really wanted to try and see, right? So we'll be doing that later on and probably towards the end of the stream. I definitely don't want to get stream sniped by bots. So what we're going to make sure, again, nobody knows when I'm going to end, right? So far, my shortest stream has been about 45 minutes. My longest stream has, gone for like 2 hours and 45 minutes. But I will make sure that we do get to this today, and we'll play 2 rounds of marbles, 1 round for my followers and 1 round just for my lovely subscribers. All right. Besides that, again, any of the subscriber benefits that you guys might be interested, they are all in my information down below. I do also need to note that, I am not based out of the United States. So again, these giveaways are governed by the requisite laws of the country that I am streaming from. At the same time, this giveaway has in no way and no fashion anything to do with Twitch, anything to do with Open Loot, or anything to do with Big Time. All rewards and these events are sponsored by yours truly on a personal individual basis. All right. So given that, I think what we should do first is let's do the easiest thing. The easiest thing that we can do right now really is to see, have our Time Wardens borne fruit. So I am going to shift screens. All right, there we go, guys. So we're going to log into Big Time. And I know that the servers have been a little bit janky over the last couple of days. So we are going to give it a try. Please be patient with me. We'll get in there. We will harvest our fruits of our labor, and we'll take a look. And after we have them in hand, it's at that point in time we'll take a look at the data and really understand what we want to do for it. Now, I hope you guys also understand that in order to do a stream like this, essentially what I need to do beforehand is usually spend about an hour or two, poring over the spreadsheets, poring over the market data, so that, again, this, if we were doing that from scratch, this stream could probably take anywhere from 3 to 4 hours. I do want to give another shout out to X-Rated SPG for the follow. Thank you so much, my friend. And Zigzag Zok coming in with the subscription. Thank you so much, bro. I very much appreciate it. All right. It seems that we're in an empty or a faulty server. So what we're going to do is we're going to log out. We're going to return to lobby, if it will allow me. I've been having problems all day, but Langa, I'm sorry to tell you, bro. I did update a bunch of the Time Wardens, not related to this stream at least earlier today. There were just too many waiting for me. De Piedra, dude, welcome to my community, and thank you so much for the follow, my friend. You're very, very kind. All right, so let's try Charlie, right? Again, I usually tend not to want to go for the high or the low servers. Usually, I do want to go for the medium servers because Goldilocks, and essentially, usually it gives me a better chance of getting in and everything loading. Like I said, guys, I don't bite. If you guys have any questions regarding the big time economy, I've spent a significant amount of time researching through this. I think there are two main analysts within the market today. One of them is Steve Woody, who's also known as Undisputed Noobs, and myself. And what we try to do is we try to bring the information to the audience so that you guys can make the right decisions when you're exploring this game from an economic perspective. Now, given that, I do have to issue a disclaimer that nothing that I say within this stream or post, constitutes financial advice, right? At the end of the day, I'm going to present you with the information. I'm going to present you with the insights. I'll make decisions on those insights myself, but it is also up to all of you to do your own research and to do your own due diligence, right? However, what I will tell you is that if you guys do have questions in terms of the metrics or the numerics that I'm looking at, feel free to post them up on chat. I'd be more than happy to explain them, because if you have a question, I'm sure that another few people in the chat will have the same question as well. All right. Hopefully we're going to get in pretty quick. How's chat doing today? I was looking at my viewership, and I know that a lot of you are from the US. It's nice, bright, and early. So extremely honored to have all of you guys with me today. Waiting for servers to become available, you are the #1 in line. So about 2 weeks ago, whenever I saw this screen, I would just rage quit and I would just go directly back into trying to connect to a different server, because this never worked. However, what has happened is that it has worked for me actually over the last 2 days. So hopefully we are going to be able to enter into the servers, but we're just going to have to give it a tiny bit of time here. Just a tiny bit of time. Zorro, dude, it's awfully late for you over there, isn't it? Full on addict. There we go. There we go. There we go. About 10 p.m. That's not too bad. I hope you're getting enough of sleep, my friend. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Zorro, he is the head of infrastructure over at Whale Members. Kulit, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Welcome to the community. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And for those of you guys who are interested in more than just, you know, Web3 gaming, you're interested in Web3 art, you're interested in the renaissance of the blockchain and Web3 and how it affects us culturally, whether that be through digital art, digital music, photography, or even, you know, again, real estate, you know, feel free to hop by the Whale Members server. I have the links listed below. We've been organized since 2020. And we have about 26,000 members worldwide, all the way from, you know, again, all the way from the US to China. Director Kaizo, dude, GM, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. How are you doing, dude? All right, let's check on our class. Okay, class, let's check on our garden. All right. Oh, dude. I definitely don't want to give up the fact if we have cracked hourglasses. We do not. Okay, great. I would hate to turn this stream into a cracked hourglass stream. That is not my intention. All right. Sorry, I tend to get lost. I tend to get lost in the different rooms that we have here. But this is our classroom. I believe that this is our classroom. I think I'm right. And the benefits of having this classroom are also that we get to pick up some cracked hourglasses, right? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we got a 10th one over there. So let's pick up what we can and let's set them off again. I do believe what we will probably do is we will set off all of the comments, right? We might, again, I did the analysis before starting the stream. So I'll make some actions preemptively. But what I will do after I do those actions, is I'll go through the analysis and let you guys know why. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to go to each one of our common hourglasses, our common time wardens, and we are going to collect the hourglasses and set them off. All right. You know, we're working on a shoestring budget here, right? With $5,000. So we will not be using my favorite magic spin wheel. If you guys do want to see my epic battle with RNG, feel free to drop into my other segment, which is the journey to the unique hourglass, where I use and abuse the bonus roll, and in turn it abuses me. X-rated SPG, yo, 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 what's up, my friend? Hi there from Asian country, Philippines. I invite my friends to watch you now. Dude, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I think it's Salamat, right? Thank you so much, my friend. Wonderful to have you guys all here. We're gonna just finish up the crafting, right? So these are the 9 hourglasses, or the 10 hourglasses. I think we have 10. These are the 10 hourglasses that we purchased collectively as a stream. Oh shoot! Oh please don't. Is it gonna hang on me? If it hangs on me, guys, I'm going to have to reboot into this. No, it's not. Okay, good. So we are going to collect everything from the common hourglasses. And again, while I would love to go through the analytics before we do things, rest assured that, you know, I've already spent probably about 1.5 hours pre-stream updating the data, updating the spreadsheets, and just making sure that we can understand what's going on and how we need to achieve what we need to achieve. So I do have a scenario basis for all of you as well. My goal of this stream is not to give all of you a headache, right? My goal of this stream, oh shoot, sorry, we did one bad thing here. We should have leveled up, but anyway, we'll level up now. The goal of this stream is to give you guys a insight into the way that whales think when we go into a project and understand, you know, how do we play to earn? Beautiful. Love seeing a little bit of purple, love seeing a little bit of blue. So, you know, this hopefully will give you guys the insights. And again, this is one game, right? Web3 gaming as a whole, there's so many amazing NFT founded games within Web3. And, you know, you can pretty much use the principles that I'm showing you today for any game whatsoever, right? The worst case scenario, what I've seen people do is basically, you know, they FOMO, right? They FOMO, they follow influencers who ultimately, you know, decide to lead their flock astray simply because they have some form of vested interest in things, right? I think the better way to go about things is to make sure we give you all of the information that we possibly can and allow the audience to come to their own conclusions, right? What's that old age adage? Teach a man to fish and give a man a fish and he will eat for a day. Teach a man to fish and they will eat forever, right? So we're gonna try do we're gonna actually do this, right? And I will explain to you guys why we're doing it. There's different scenarios, right? There's very different scenarios in the way that you can approach this. The three different scenarios that I've seen or I've analyzed out are: number one, rental. The second scenario is basically cash out. And the third scenario is double down or, you know, further or you know, what did I call it? I think invest further, right? So we're going with a certain scenario based on the analytics that I did prior to stream. And let me just craft this item. I would hate it if this hung on me. And I'll show you guys what that means. I'll show you guys what the numbers look like, what that means. I can tell you that it's been surprising, right? Because of the growth of common hourglasses in value, and that's really something that I did not expect when starting this project, right? I think when we started this project, common hourglasses were like 12 bucks. They're now $13 a piece. You know, whether or not that is going to sustain over the next week or two, I have absolutely no idea, right? So we are just gonna have to work this out together. X-rated SPG saying, better for me to watch you stream long hours than to give me NFT items and hourglasses. You give some informative info as always. X-rated SPG, I'm humbled by your comments. Again, it's always been my pleasure to share what I know rather than to try tell, you know, those who are willing to listen what to do. At the end of the day, we're all big boys, right? We're all big boys. You know, we should be able to make our own decisions. So let's make sure, oh dear. So we actually have 2 more hourglasses that aren't ready yet, but hopefully we're gonna get away with this. Let me see. Hold on 1 second here, boys. Maybe hopefully it has like a minute or 2 on the clock because I deployed these more or less at time. All right, so we have half an hour on these. So I guess what we'll do is we'll come back later and we'll do what we need to do then. But in the meanwhile, hold on 1 second. Hopefully we definitely don't have 5, so I really can't do what I wanted to do with this yet. So we're definitely gonna be here for longer than half an hour. So what I would say is let's come back later on and we'll go through all the analytics first. And even, you know, if everybody understands the analytics and agrees with those analytics, you know, we could have a relatively shorter stream. Oh, no, we're good to go. All right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I know why. I know exactly why. The reason why I have extra hourglasses is because it's merged with all of my other accounts. So, you know, what I'm going to do is, you know, we're going to account for them on the spreadsheet so that we're not double dipping into anything else. But this is absolutely correct then. Because again, what we did is we had 10 hourglasses, we had 5 commons, each resonant hourglass or uncommon hourglass takes 5 commons each. So essentially, you know, this is what it is. So what we'll do is we will craft those 2 uncommon hourglasses. Given that, 1 second here, let's continue. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, let's continue here. I think, so what we did, and I think I made a small mistake over here, right? Because again, you know, we had leftover money from the $5,000. What we could have done, no, actually, no, I did not. I did not make a mistake on that. You know, what we could have done is we could have bought, you know, 5 more hourglasses from the market to charge up this, but in analyzing the gross margin, it just did not make any sense whatsoever, right? It did not make any sense whatsoever. So guys, rest assured, you know, accounting is done. And what we are going to do is I will flip across to the browser screen now. And, you know, we'll talk about some of, you know, you've seen me do some of these actions, right? But we'll talk about the rationale in terms of why we're doing them, all right? I am actually most, and I don't want to choke up the servers, so I'm going to be courteous here. I'm going to return to lobby. And then after that, we will move to our browser work. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. All right, welcome to the browser, and I'll just answer some of the questions that we might have in chat here. Cyrus I666 asking me, "Are you Asian?" I don't tend to answer a lot of personal questions, but I am a mix of everything. I am a mix of everything, my friend. But I do speak 3 different Asian languages. I speak Chinese fluently. I speak business level Japanese, which is very rusty. And I speak conversational Korean. So I do speak a couple of languages. All right, so let's talk about this. Dude, this is the most epic spreadsheet ever. So we're gonna go from little Timmy to wide grinning smiling whale. This is where we're gonna go. This is what we're trying to do. For those of you guys who are joining this for the very first time, essentially what we're doing is we're taking $5,000 of my money. I'm pretending to be not a whale, and we are doing this absolutely from scratch. The reason why we picked $5,000 is because, this segment is really geared to people, between the ages of 23 to 35 or even younger who've been working for a while. They've managed to save, let's say, 10K, 15K in their bank account. And, they want to run some relatively high risk, high reward shenanigans. Given that the fact that they heard about Bitcoin and they heard about Web3 and they heard about blockchain gaming, right? This really was the scenario that we put ourselves in. I might go through the rules again, just because I know that we have a ton of new audience in here. There are certain things I can and cannot do, just to maintain the integrity of the project, right? So going through the rules very quickly. And you guys can see here why the target for us is to get to $1,000 a week, right? Because I want to get to this level of a 25 to 34-year-old. I want to see how long it's going to take. So initial capital deployed is $5,000 only. In-game revenue can only be derived by the sales of generated or core assets. Out-of-game revenue can only be derived from social media, right? Twitch, and no additional capital can be injected. If I do derive out-of-game revenue from social media, it would have to be on this stream itself. So given that, I do need to make sure that we're accounting for this. 1 second, let me see here. So I started out at 8 o'clock. Zigzag Zok was kind enough to provide us with our very first subscription. So guys, $2.50 into the bank, right? Zigzag Zok, thank you so much for that, my friend. You are the very first person to sub during this segment of stream, and that will go directly into the bank as well. Because look, at the end of the day, whether you're 21, 25, 30, all of you guys have a wonderful personality. All of you guys have the ability to talk on stream. All of you guys have the ability to derive some form of revenue from the content that you create. We were talking about this earlier in Journey to the Unique stream. The jobs that are going to be available in 10 years are going to be very different from what we're looking at right now, right? I think there's a Black Mirror episode about that. But anyway, essentially, again, streaming might be one of those career paths that you decide to take or your children decide to take, because people are moving more towards entertainment rather than stuff that is covered by robotics or AI. All right. So Zigzag Talk, thumbs up. Thank you so much, bro. We're going to add $2.50 to our bottom line. Revenue cannot be derived from gameplay drops, so crack is permitted. We are allowed to pick up crack. We'll account for crack in the cracked hourglasses inside our spreadsheet. We might not be able to dismantle them because we want to use our time wardens in order to get the higher value, right? Accounting will be separate from my main account. So for those of you guys who don't know, I run about 126 spaces and I run about 113 time wardens, right? So out of those 113 time wardens, 10 time wardens belong to this segment, and so the other 103 will be accounted for separately. Most actions will be taken off stream and will be recorded for verification. So, while I love to stream, I'm not a professional streamer, guys, right? I think you guys can tell from the moment that you guys entered in. I'm just a guy who enjoys hanging out with other people and having intelligent conversation about the future. So, if I do take any actions off of stream, I will make sure I definitely either record them or let you guys know in the follow-up stream. Generated and core assets can be traded, rented, and sold. If an opportunity comes for us to trade up, why not? Revenue generated can be used to purchase more in-game assets or experiment-related materials, all right? This experiment might end, right? Because again, if you guys enjoy this, we can carry it on into perpetuity. I would love to see something that eventually develops into a $10,000 weekly profit, time machine. But again, it might end when we reach $1,000 in profit, all right? I just want to give a huge shout out to the people that actually followed during the stream itself. A shout out to D. Piedra, Coolit, Enon, Mark, Bugger CC, and Denzel Washing Machine. I love that. I love that handle. Guys, welcome to the community. Thank you so much for the follows. It's very much appreciated. All right, and so what are the caveats behind this experiment? The caveats behind this experiment is, number one, we're starting at a current semi-bull market for big time, right? Pre-launch of the economy, Time Wardens were going for $17. Pre 4 days ago, common Time Wardens were going for $370, right? $270 or $370. We are going to see the bite of that, right? Because when we purchased our Time Wardens, I think we spent $400 a piece. Depiedra, hello, my friend. What's good? Again, if you guys have any questions or any insights that you guys want the chat to talk about while I'm on stream, feel free to post that in chat. Even if it's a simple hello, sharks don't bite, at least in this stream. So more than always love seeing interaction from you guys. So we did start as current semi-bull market for big time. I'll show you guys the results of that. And, the only other caveat is, I have existing, when I did do this first stream, I had 300 followers on Twitch, right? Up from 270 legacy followers that I had prior to the bear market. So, never really used Twitch that much, but, I'm enjoying it significantly more than Twitter, right? So anyway, those are the caveats, those are the rules, that's what we're doing. Now for today's programming, what I want to talk about is, what are we going to do, right? What are we going to do? I've given it some initial thought, right? And there are really only 3 different ways, and combo is really saying, you can mix and match. But there's only 3 different ways we can really do this, right? The first way we can do it is we can rent out your assets. Now, I don't even need to go to the big time market to understand that we are not going to be able to rent out common hourglasses, right? Given that the minimum rental is $10 and hourglasses they cost $14. It just makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, right? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So essentially what we can do is we can actually rule out this rental thought process, right? I don't think it's going to happen. Now, we could cash out, right? I think this is probably what 99.99% of people will do. Einer JSR, what's up, my friend? Hello, fire, big love. This is what the majority of people will do. Again, it's hot potato, right? With NFTs and with everything, it's usually hot potato. But the issue is, when you do that, you are never able to make it big, right? And I'll show you why. I will show you why. But for me, cash out really was more. We'll do a yellow, right? It's a yellow light because again, I'll run the scenarios by you. You might be able to cash out, but there are so many factors that you guys need to take into consideration if you do decide to cash out, right? It could actually be pretty detrimental, and you could actually lose your shirt doing it, which is kind of counterintuitive, right? The third option that we have is reinvest, which is what you saw me do. You saw me take. We had a total of 10 hourglasses that were. You had a total of 10 hourglasses that were created by our Time Wardens. You saw me take all 10 of them and craft and use them in our uncommon Time Wardens to craft uncommon hourglasses, right? That's really the reinvestment strategy. From digital crack or in real life crack, both lose your shirt. Dude, that's what rocks do, man. But anyway, so I think what we did initially, and I'll explain to you, I'll show you guys the scenario and the analysis in terms of why we reinvested rather than doing any of this. Now, given that, there are a couple of thoughts that we have right now, right? We need to understand, the only way that we are going to understand how this is going to go is if we actually take a logical process and understand where is the market headed. The market isn't logical, but again, you know, we can kind of understand where it's headed based on some of these things that are happening. So, you know, dude, I spent half an hour setting up polls on my Twitch. What I'd love to do here is actually set a poll for you guys, because I'd love to understand where you guys think this market is headed for big time. You know, why don't we put a 1 month time frame on this? And hold on, let me just bring up my creator dashboard so that I'm able to type in chat. So hold on 1 second here, guys. Manage my stream. All right. Okay, cool. So I can actually manage stream now. What I'm going to do is I want to understand where you guys think the market is going, right? So where is the big time? Sorry, I got a really loud keyboard as well. Can you guys hear that? Headed over the next 2 weeks. Yeah, well, over the next month. Why don't we say the next? Yeah, 2 weeks is good. All right, and then we basically have up, down, and sideways, right? Those are the only 3 different ways that the project can move. We'll put a 3-minute timer on this, and after that we'll start the poll. Beautiful. Can you guys see the poll above? Broke Average Show. What up, my friend? Don't worry, I will save all of the VODs. I will save all of the VODs so that you guys are able to do it, right? So let's get a general community poll. And again, I hope you guys, you know, can form your own opinions. I hope you guys can think through, you know, why and how rather than what, right? I think the biggest issue with the NFT market was what and when rather than how and why. Those were the key questions. And you will see that the people who understood how and why actually benefited from the bear market even, right? And they're going to be available in the next bull cycle as well. However, I think what you'll also find is that the majority of the people who only cared about what, you know, what to buy and when to buy, you know, they really lost their shirts, right? Hey, love seeing Broke Average Joe. Broke Average Joe who really isn't that broke at all. All right, so while we're running through that, I'm gonna pull up my spreadsheet again. There we go. So where's the market headed? Let's answer that together. But again, where is the market headed is like, you know, I can lick my finger and stick it up in the air, right? That's really not something that is that really isn't something that's logical or correct, right? Unless you're a degen. If you're a degen, you can count the number of pixels on a PFP and decide to buy it, right? But that's not what we do here. So we need to actually consider, you know, what are the factors that we need to consider in market growth or contraction, right? So, you know, some of the things, and guys, I love having and trading ideas and insights. If you guys have ideas about that, please post them in chat. You guys also get more ambergris, which is my channel point system. And eventually you guys are also going to be able to redeem ambergris for Hourglass NFTs, right? If you guys click on the ambergris or channel points icon, you guys can see that, you know, if you guys stay silent and stay on stream, essentially you get about 220 ambergris for every hour that I'm streaming. But if you guys do talk, if you guys do subscribe, you know, there's an additional bonus there for you guys. So, you know, feel free to let me know what your thoughts are. If not, I'm going to give you my thoughts, and you guys can take that into consideration as you guys are looking through things. All right. So what are the factors do we need to consider in the market growth or contraction? Toasted Waffle 88, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream, welcome to the community. So factors, basically what we see, I will say, why don't we start, the way that I always look at this is macro to micro, right? There's no point in, you know, if all you do is identify micro factors, you know, for me, I might as well, you know, go sit in a corner and play with myself, right? Because you need to be able to see, you know, what is, you know, what is essential for that's driving the market. Bugger CC, hello. I love my Filipino friends. Dude, I actually, you know, spent a lot of time on stream with Zayar, and he was shocked to learn that I absolutely love Filipino food, right? Absolutely love it. All right, so let's go from the oh, wow. Let me see this. So basically, it's we have 50% are saying that it's going up, 28% are saying it's going to go sideways, and by deduction, that's 22% who think it's going down, right? So again, I mean, that's almost, you know, just polling this chat group is really, you know, trying to garner, you know, what is the sentiment behind this project, and it's largely optimistic. Now, I don't want to be jaded, but the main issue is a lot of the times, you know, when the hopium reaches a level, you know, everything that goes up must come down, right? And we're gonna insulate ourselves from that potential downfall. But largely, honestly, if I'm looking at the data, you know, I would think that chat is correct. Let's say flying for dessert, dude. I need lechon. I need lechon, dude. I need to go to get some lechon, and I need to get some sigsig. I need some sigsig. Oh. Dude, balut. I have not tried balut yet, but you know, again, I eat anything and everything. In Chinese, we have a saying, you know, Chinese people will eat anything with legs except the chair and anything with wings except the plane, right? Balut, I will try. Balut, I will try. Guys, for those of you who don't know what balut is, it's like it's an egg that has been, it's a fertilized egg that has been significantly matured. Now, I'll probably try it once because I love baby animals, but balut is probably on my, not on my wish list, right? It's probably on my bucket list. Do it once, never again. But okay, so let's get back. Dude, century-old eggs, Dude, I swear to God, any single time I hold a stream, it always eventually goes towards food, guys. Century-old eggs are really not that bad, Lang. I mean, I have it probably on a weekly basis, right? It's just fermented eggs. I mean, once you get over that sulfuric taste, it's actually pretty all right. Salted duck eggs, that's also. Araslago, dude, you're just saying that, so I'll do it, but I will, given that you're such a stand-up person, I am going to reciprocate. What's up? All right. So what factors do we need to consider in market growth or contraction? Let's look at the macro. So on the macro basis, I think that if you look at the macro market, everything is headed up, right? So I think that's why we have a general sentiment of everything's headed up. Now, why is it headed up? Is it because of new users? Now, that information is not available to us, but we can infer from some of the information that is happening on the server side, and we can also infer information from the streamer side, all right? So, you know, prior to, and why don't we do this, guys? Oh, wow, let me see, Twitch Analytics. I think it's called Twitch something. Yeah, Twitch Tracker. Why don't we do this? Let's do some deduction here. So we're gonna look at games. We're gonna go search, and guys, honestly, I'm like the worst streamer ever because most people, they look for a certain game, and then after that they try to look for the time when there are the most number of viewers. I literally look at this and I look at the time where there are the least viewers, right? So that's why I kind of shoot myself in the foot. But again, I enjoy hanging out one-to-one. I enjoy talking with a small community, and it allows me to put my focus on all of you rather than talking about century eggs, right? But anyway, so as you can see, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at statistics, right? On a daily basis, you can actually see that it's descending, right? It's descending from the announcement of the launch economy, right? The announcement of the launch economy and the leaderboard. At the same time, what you can see is that, you know, while it has decreased significantly, it is nowhere near these numbers, right? It is nowhere near these numbers. When all of the prices that were projected, and again, NFA, not financial advice, not regulatory advice, DYDD, do your own diligence, and DYOR, do your own research, right? You know, when we look at this, you know, this is almost like a new plateau, right? It's a new plateau. The floor that existed prior to the launch of the economy had a bunch of worries that the game would not launch. When was the game going to launch? You know, $17 common time wardens, I highly doubt will ever be a thing. $250 time wardens, maybe, right? $300 time wardens, maybe, but $17 time wardens will never be a thing again, simply because the dynamic of the economy has changed in totality. All right, so that's the first macro factor we can look at. The second macro factor we can look at, you know, on the uptrend is that the servers are absolutely swamped. You have everybody and their mother and their grandmother, you know, causing a shitstorm and a dumpster fire in the big time general chat, right? That has to tell you something. While everybody can, you know, be extremely upset about it, it also shows that the game has also been extremely well received. Just so that you guys can see, I'm not a pro streamer. I actually started streaming probably somewhere around here when it decreased the most, right? Pro streamer for the win. But anyway, you know, that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing macro factors of user adoption is increasing. What sparked off that user adoption was, you know, the launch of the game, but also the distribution of codes, right? The distribution of codes. I remember just coming on Twitch probably about on September the 15th, and every single person wanted a fucking code. You know, at the end of the day, that applied to the leaderboard. So let's get into micro factors. When we look into micro factors, you know, guys, what do we have coming on November the 10th? Anyone know what's coming on November the 10th? I know that GOGX knows what's coming on November the 10th. You know, basically on November the 10th, we're looking at the closure of the first month of the leaderboard drops, right? And then after that, we are seeing the renewal of the second month of the leaderboard. Now, you cannot tell me that in the second launch of the leaderboard, when people actually see life-changing money by playing a game, you're not gonna have that second up boost, right? To the market and to the number of players, all right? So that's the other micro factor that, you know, we really have to take into account when you're looking at this. There's probably a bunch of other micro factors that I am overlooking at the moment, but probably the end of the leaderboard on November the 10th and the restart of the second season of the leaderboard really is, you know, it could be. Again, the second launch of the leaderboard is going to be very determinant on how well the marketing for big time does on the winners of that leaderboard. Because I mean, when you look at the token price right now, sorry guys, I know that some of you guys use probably other different data sources, but I always tend to use CoinGecko here. So, dude, 1 million big time is essentially $160,000 per month, guys. No, dude, $160,000 is equivalent to a C-suite level individual, right? Who's running a multinational company, right? $160,000 a month is roughly about, you know, $2 million in salary a year, right? So if you are that white golden collar kind of guy, essentially what you are going to see is that, you know, wow, you can really make life-changing money by playing a game. So I think it was very smart that they did that. However, I think the marketing could have been done a little bit better so that you would actually have more people. Well, wait. I think I shot myself in the foot. If you actually had more people doing that, essentially I wouldn't be able to log into my personal metaverse. But anyway, I think we have that as well. Also coincides with macroeconomic positive momentum in crypto, 2 quarters from Bitcoin halving, I assume, etc. Dude, absolutely. I mean, also coincides with cyclicality, right? And, you know, guys, if you learn anything from this stream whatsoever, it's KISS, right? Not kiss me, not kiss your mother, not kiss Nightmare or Langa, right? KISS means keep it simple, stupid, right? KISS. Now, you know, the KISS approach to looking at the crypto market, the NFT market, is that we all know that from 2010, 2011, it has always been a 2-year bear cycle and a 1-year bull cycle. The start of this current bear cycle started 2 years ago in December of 2021. cyclicality speaking, Paulo Jan apparently likes the acronym GIS. I think the other one, and sorry, this is the boomer in me, is assume, right? Never assume, because it makes an ass out of you and me. Wink, wink. Anyway, we are approaching the end of that bear cycle in December, right? Now, whether or not there's a prolonged bear cycle, I have no idea, right? But, you know, from the bubblings that we're seeing from the crypto scene, from the bubblings that we're seeing from NFT or Web3 gaming, you know, you're seeing signs of life. It's not dead yet, right? When it's not dead yet, then it's probably going to come alive again. So, you know, I think that's what all of us are waiting for. So you have macro factors, you have micro factors, and, you know, given chat just now, you took my poll. I think we all understand that, you know, we have a lot of tailwind, right? And guys, you guys are gonna get your MBA lingo degree from here. You know, when you're flying a plane, you have tailwind and you have headwind. If you have tailwind, you fly faster. When you have headwind, it means that the wind is blowing at your head, so you fly slower, right? Oh, I know. So basically, we have a lot of tailwind, right? We don't have a lot of headwind because, you know, we've kind of had the shit, you know, kicked out of us over the last couple of months. Arrowslug, I don't want to ignore chat, so making sure I got this. Lang, the top one will drop the token price. Arrowslug, it depends if they try to go for season 2. So my main concern with season 1 and season 2 is I would say that a large bulk of the points are actually based on referrals. I was reading through the fine print, which is why I don't even bother to try play with the leaderboard. Essentially, the large bulk of it is through referrals, and referrals will continue through to season 1, season 2, and season 3. Right? I think that was a no-no. In all honesty, I think that was a bad decision. I'm not sure why they made that decision. I think that if they want each season to bring on new players, you know, really what they need to do is eliminate the referral bonuses from each season. But again, that's just logically speaking. I'm quite sure they have a reason in terms of why they did it. But that was the only red light that shone out to me when I was just, you know, for the very first time visiting the big time leaderboard yesterday. All right, so we understand now that, you know, there's a lot of tailwind, you know, not that much headwind, but we do need to protect ourselves. So let's go through all of these, the remaining tabs, so that we can get an understanding of how we're doing. And before I go there, I do want to make sure that I'm giving a shout out to all of the new followers that we have in today. Thank you so much, Toasted Waffle 88, Nate Plus, Gushi 2031, Rixia09, Zener, and the Big Ben of Big Time. Absolutely loved that handle as well. Guys, welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream, and welcome to the community. All right, so let's talk about our investments, right? And sorry, before I go on, Game Master, welcome to the chat, my friend. Welcome to the big brains of Big Time, hopefully. All right, so let's talk about this. So essentially what this experiment was that I took $5,000 out of my own pocket and we decided to play Big Time, right? We decided to play Big Time and we tried to get, we're trying to get to $1,000 in weekly income. All right, and with $1,000 in weekly income, we're going to do pretty damn well. So let's talk about initial capital was $5,000. So I have to. This is not the projected revenue. So cash in hand is actually less than this. Hold on 1 second. Oh, do we still have that much money, dude? No way. Oh no. The reason why we have that is because I must have messed up on the sheet over here. I need to check this out again. But I think we had it at roughly. If I control Z, will it do it? Did I? No, I didn't delete. 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. No, that's not going to work. So, guys, do you remember what the prices that we bought? I think it was like let's just put 1,600. I think it was $400 a piece, right? And then after that, we had 1,600 divided by 4 here. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. All right, so we have, so in total, Langa, look at you, my friend. All right, cool. Why don't we take Langa's thing down there? I'm sure it's better than mine. 374 plus 375, and I can check the receipt later on, guys. Right? Plus 400, plus 400. All right, cool. So essentially what we did was we deployed the initial capital of $5,000. Essentially right now we have cash in hand or cash balance of $80. The reason why is because we invested $4,750. Now, you're gonna ask me, why is, if your initial capital is 5,000, why is your and your investment was 4,750, why do you only have cash in hand of 80? Where did the 170 go? 170 went to consumables, and we'll talk about that in a bit. Now, given that we invested, and hold on, let me just, I just want to copy the format here. Sorry, I really need my, my Excel OCD is just kicking me in the nuts right now. All right, so basically we invested $4,750. Our asset valuation has dropped by $300. So our ROI is minus 7%, which isn't bad, honestly, because we really bought at the peak. However, I'm not concerned with these numbers, the capital appreciation or the return on investment, just the return on investment for the time being. What I'm really interested is in the yield, right? And right now what we are seeing, just so that you guys understand, how do you calculate yield, we'll go into the projected revenue sheet, but essentially what we're doing is we're looking at the amount of money that we're going to earn by selling hourglasses, and then after that, we are going to multiply that by 365. So I divided by 2 because our crafting time is 2 days. So this revenue is spread across 2 days, and divided times 365, which is the number of days in the year, divided by 5,000, which is our initial investment. All right. So our projected yield per year is 474%. Now, why am I so bullish about this? Why am I absolutely so bullish about this? Dude, I bring this up in every single stream, but the yield that you have on real estate property, it averages 3%. Dubai, New York, Los Angeles, they have the highest yielding cities are above 4.5%, right? Dude, I own properties in Europe that deliver 7%, right? But dude, 7% isn't 474.14%, right? That's not the way that it's worked. One second, I do want to make sure that I'm not ignoring chat. Hey bro, I've given out 30 codes so far and it's helped me make groups run dungeons. Absolutely, my friend. I think again, I'm not saying that giving out codes was the wrong thing. I think absolutely it was, but imagine if people had to give out codes every single season. It might have benefited big time a tiny bit more because people were, motivated to try get as many people onto the game as possible. But again, not shooting myself in the foot because the servers obviously cannot handle it at this point in time, right? Yep, there we go. Scary accuracy. And also, I want to give a huge shout out to Coolit. Thank you so much for becoming one of my subscribers. We should have something pretty fun planned towards the end of stream, and we'll actually have a lot of fun with that. I have something very special for not only my followers, but also for my subscribers. So if you aren't following now, make sure you click that follow button. If you guys do have the ability to subscribe, I would very much appreciate it, as it does help me unlock new features in Twitch that will make this a much more fun experience for all of us. All right, so looking at our investments, we've lost $300 on capital appreciation, right? We haven't lost what we haven't sold yet. The market can go up, the market can go down, but it's nice to understand that we're probably down about 7%, right, for this point in time. Now, we are tracking every single instance of our consumables, and one of the things here is essentially we have our consumables paid up front, and I'll talk about this just before a short word from our sponsor. Bailo Porca Media, thank you so much for the sub, my friend. Thank you. I'm doing well. Having fun, hurting my brain, going through spreadsheets and statistics. But thank you so much for the sub, my friend. That's very much appreciated. And hopefully I can return the favor to you guys later today. I know that we projected that I would do it tomorrow, but I'm always so excited to give away shit, right? My team will tell you it's an extremely bad habit. So, we're actually overpriced in terms of what we've been spending so far, because we paid up for all of our time crystals up front, $100, and we bought 13,500. The main reason why is because I wanted to get that average price of 0.7 cents, right? And sorry, guys, I know this isn't meant for stream, but I do want to make sure that I need comments behind this, but I'll do that later. I won't drag you guys through my bad OCD habit with spreadsheets. So consumables, we paid up front. You know, we understand, you know, where our general situation lies at the moment. So let's talk about projected revenue. All right. Let's talk about projected revenue. Hold on 1 second. I'm just going to zero this out. All right. So we're not actually going to have any of this. All right. Okay. So, you know, let's go to the current situation that we have right now, right? We didn't sell anything. We did not sell anything this cycle. The reason why we didn't sell anything this cycle, dude, the caps caught my elbow. Hello, sir. Zaudi Nation, hello again to you. Welcome back to the stream, my friend. Welcome back. Oh, my brain is not working out, but I love what you're doing, especially for a newbie who wants to play big time. Gucci 2031, it really is my pleasure. You guys give me all the pleasure by spending time with me here during chat. It makes this economic journey significantly less lonely and a lot more interesting. So absolutely love all of you guys here. Make sure that you guys do drop a hello in chat. If you guys want to go on a side segment on food, go ahead. I'll probably hop in and join with you guys as well. But anyway, let's talk about what's going to happen. Let's talk about what's going to happen, guys. So rental is out of the question, right? Because again, $14, you know, maybe drop to $10 eventually for an hourglass. At $14, you know, to buy an hourglass, nobody's going to rent an hourglass from you for $10, right? Or I hope not. I hope not, right? I hope not. You know, it just doesn't make any financial sense, right? Dude, if you guys have seen someone rent out an hourglass at $10, please let me know. Please let me know. Mika17, thank you so much for offering codes up to the group, guys. Again, you know, I know that a lot of people are still looking for codes. It's very considerate of you to ask for a whisper. You know, guys, again, I'm not sure, you know, if there can be detrimental codes, good codes and bad codes, but just exercise caution as you guys are going through this, right? Gucci 2031, chances renting hourglass are 0. I don't think so. And guys, I pity the fool who rents a common hourglass at $10 a piece, right? I pity the fool. But anyway, what you guys, you know, I don't think that's happening, right? So what was the first option that we had the red stoplight on was really, you know, hey, why don't we just sell everything we create, and after that break even, and then after that, you know, we'll make a tiny bit of profit. Guys, sorry, but dude, I know I'm gonna sound rough here, but sorry, that's kind of Povo mentality. That is Povo mentality, right? You don't do that, and I'll explain to you why. It's counterintuitive, right? It's counterintuitive. You know, don't be a Povo. Oh, sorry, guys. And again, I'm not using Povo as a slur. It's just I use Povo for people who don't understand what they're doing, right? So, you know, when you look at this, right? Sorry, this is cycle 0 because, oh no, it's cycle 1 if we decide to do what we wanted to do. So essentially, and guys, we really approached this a lot more quickly than I thought we would. You know, just by spending $5,000, the value per week that we are actually getting at the moment is $454.65, dude. We're already halfway there. We didn't do jack shit. Now, the only reason why we're getting $454.65 is because the price at craft when we crafted was $12. The current price is $13, right? And we can go into Dashlu and take a look at some of that information. You know, whether it's going to stay at $13, whether it's going to 15, whether it's going to 10, I can't tell you. But what I can relay to the audience is really an adage or saying that one of my bosses, right, not a very smart boss, but, you know, a very good boss mentioned to me, and he told me only the paranoid survive, right? Rather than getting drunk on opium, let's be paranoid and let's understand that some things might happen, and we will talk about that later on. But anyway, just by deploying $5,000, you know, $5,000, you know, essentially, you know, for perpetuity of the success of the game, if common hourglasses are $12.99, we are getting $454.65 per week, right? If we didn't add anything, if the only thing that we decided to do was just run around our space and collect all of these hourglasses, that's how much we would be getting. Now, given that, how long would it take for us to recoup our investment? Essentially, that's $5,000 divided by 400. I'll just type it out here. I merge the cells. 454.65 essentially would take us slightly over 2 months, right? Or, again, plus minus 31 days, it would take us 2 months. It would essentially take us 2 months. Big Web3, thank you so much for the compliment, my friend. I really do appreciate it. Trying my best. Again, I'm not a pro streamer. This is not what I do. But I really do enjoy hanging out with the community and just talking about some of the things that might not be spoken about on other streams. So it would essentially take us 11 weeks, or what we're looking at right now is roughly about 2 months, in order to break even. Now, after we break even, what happens? Guys, guess what? After you break even and you get profit, you're still making $454.65. It is, some of you might look at this and tell me, hey, this is the low risk but decent reward strategy. I would say that it is the low risk, easy to get fucked strategy, right? And it is counterintuitive to most people who think that they have a bird in hand. Now, the issue with this is that, at any point in time, the market could crash, right? Let's say and I have a scenario that will show you exactly what happens, right? I'll show you what happens when the market declines by 10% each cycle. If you guys have been in crypto, you understand that fortunes are made and lost overnight, right? They're made and lost overnight. If you are not paranoid, right, you will not survive, right? You need to make sure that you approach this in a strategy whereby you're not putting additional money in, but at the same time, you are bettering your business venture, right? That is why the correct answer to this conundrum is reinvest. Now, let's talk about the reinvestment strategy. So as you can see here, essentially in cycle 1, we don't have anything because I was a dumbass and I used up all of our hourglasses to craft uncommon hourglasses, right? Envy Matt, thank you so much for the compliments. Big Ben of Big Time, thank you guys. I really do appreciate that. I've just really enjoyed myself. I only started my channel, or started actively using my channel, about 5 days ago. And it's really been a lot of fun, just talking with this side of the community. There's so much to learn about Big Time. I know that a lot of people love the hack and slash aspect of it. Unfortunately, I'm not that great in the game. But what I can do is provide a unique perspective in terms of how do you win at the economy, right? Okay, so let's get into the meaty bits. So what happens if we did what I did just now, right? What happens if we decide to reinvest and upgrade? Essentially, what you're going to see is, we didn't create any value because we created value, but we didn't get any money in pocket, right? But on the second cycle, because we decided to craft uncommon hourglasses, essentially what you're going to see is that our value created is more than double the size of the creation that we saw in cycle 1. Again, only if the pricing holds. Only if the pricing holds. That's the amount of, because we don't have any time wardens. That's basically what the value creation is going to look like. Now, I think I do need to tweak the numbers a tiny bit because I do need to account for some of the use bits. I think I do need to up this a bit, but it is a general ballpark figure in terms of where we're going to be. Now, just by doing what I did, that one simple action of saying I'm not going to sell everything I own, I am going to attack the higher market. Again, we're going to get to the point where we are in the second cycle going to be able to get to the point where we're earning about $1,000 per week, right? But that is only if the value holds. Now, when you look at my own personal time factory, you do not see a single time warden that is below a legendary, right? The reason why is because it bottlenecks you. And, this scenario over here where we're talking about, all of these hourglasses where we're just producing commons, it bottlenecks you. And, there's just no way to move up, because by the time you want to move up, it's too late, right? All the other assets have increased in value and you're kind of fucked, right? Whereas if you target the higher end of the market, you can always move down, right? I think, again, that's an MBA 101 for you guys. If you are able to, you always corner the highest end of the market. Our highest end that we can do right now is uncommon, right? Maybe later on, when we have enough capital, what we are going to be able to do is we are going to be able to move more steadily, right? Towards hopefully rare and at least to the epic level. I would like that. I would actually like this project to get to a level where we're doing epics. Because again, there's just so much more profit dollars in epics rather than anything else, or not anything else, but there's so much higher margin levels in epics rather than commons, right? Another fallacy that people who study too much, they go to get their bachelor's degree. They do a bachelor's degree in economics. They go get their MBA. Another idiotic thing that people tend to do is they tend to mistake profit percent versus profit dollars, right? When you're taught in MBA, you're taught, GM percent, gross margin percent is number one, right? Well, wake up lesson for all of those MBAs out there. You can't take percentage points to the bank. It's a far more different analysis when you're looking at dollars. If I looked at, I'll bring up the spreadsheet, right? Why don't I bring up the spreadsheet? Why don't we take a look at the spreadsheet? Sorry, guys, we're looking at the spreadsheet. The cost of crafting a single common hourglass today is $1.79. When you take into account the cost of time, which is opportunity cost, which is zero because, again, it's a common time warden. And then after that, you are taking into account the raw material costs, which is 250 time crystals, which is $1.79, right? The gross margin percent is 755.46%, right? Any MBA would take a look at that and say, guys, that's what you got to do. You got to earn that 755%. Wake up call. I can't take 755% to the bank, right? Why don't instead, with a uncommon hourglass with only 135.24% gross margin, I go and take that and take a 25.80%, $25.80 profit. Why don't I do that instead, right? So I think the number one thing that you guys have to understand, if you guys are looking to do this, as like a virtual business, is that you understand that there's a huge difference between percentage points and dollars, right? All right, let's go through over here. So basically, this is what you see. Again, the numbers are off. I can take one look at the numbers and I know that there's a formula wrong in here, but more or less what it does show the point that I'm trying to tell you guys, which is it doesn't make sense to just hold and extract value. You need to add value to the point where you're going to be able to accrue more value, all right? And given the fact that it's $5,000, at the end of the day, if this entire thing crashes, you've only lost that amount. You don't overextend yourself and buy any more than that. All right? Good. Now, why isn't this a realistic scenario? The reason why it's not a realistic scenario is because you're assuming that the price of common hourglasses is gonna remain at $12.99, right? It's gonna remain at $12.99. Now, it could go up, right? It could go up. I tend to be more pessimistic and realistic when it comes to markets, or it could go back down to $7 or $8, right? That's a high possibility in the short term. So what we did here was we did a discounted project revenue. In the case of what this looks like, right? If you just continue to extract value and you're seeing a 10% drop, so all I did was just times 0.9 or 90%. Dude, essentially what you created, you're happy for 2 weeks, and then after that, you want to shoot yourself in the foot on the other remaining ends of the cycle. It's gonna take you It's going to take you far more than 2 months to recoup your initial investment. And I think when you look at the data, what you're going to see is that the price drops of commons and the price drops of commodities tend to be significantly higher than the price drops of rarer items. When you look at rare assets, right? When you look at assets, high-end assets have low liquidity, but also low price fluctuations, or they have low price volatility. When you look at lower end assets, they have high liquidity, but also high volatility, right? It's a trade-off. I prefer to be in the other camp where if I find a buyer that's wonderful, eventually a buyer will come anyway, and they will purchase it for an obscene amount of money, rather than being the one who's bag holding, 10 common hourglasses and see that my hourglasses drop from $12.99 all the way down to, all the way down to $7, right? I'd rather be the one that's able to control the pricing rather than the one that's subject to market pricing. Question from Envy Matt. Thank you so much for the question, Matt. You gave me a good opportunity to rest a tiny bit. You don't think that the entire economy will drop in price on the 10th with the airdrop? My understanding is that the airdrop is going to be spread out. I do not understand the nature of the people that are receiving the airdrop. I think it is a bold assumption to think that people who do receive that airdrop will sell every single amount of it onto the market. I think it is also a bold assumption to not think that institutions who have realized that Web3 gaming are most likely the next big thing are going to add big time as a token to their portfolios. Does that make any sense? There's so much to consider. Right? I've been fortunate enough to know and to meet with a lot of portfolio managers from token funds, et cetera. At the end of the day, again, they are looking for opportunities. I know that they are looking at Web3 gaming. I do not know any other Web3 game that have made such a big noise, with their token other than Big Time, right? So I think there are too many unknowns to assume. The first unknown is, whether or not these people will actually sell everything the moment they receive it. I think the other question is, understanding whether or not institutions or large bag holders will not take that opportunity to pick up more. And the third thing is the general macro environment of crypto at the moment, right? Nightmare saying, wouldn't it be possible that the token price and asset market are a bit divergent? People making money dumping tokens builds a run on the assets for others to get in on it. That is an interesting perspective, because again, if you don't have the assets, then you can't get the token, right? Which is the reason why I built a time factory and not an armory or a forge, right? Because it's closest to source. That's the main reason why I did it. All right, guys, I've been talking for about an hour and a half now. So we're going to do the final conclusion, right? And probably talk a little bit about follow-ups. And I'm more interested to play games with you guys. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to close out my Big Time. So the final conclusion that we have here is, even though prices, again, if prices continue to dip over 10% on a cycle per cycle. And again, when I talk about cycles are mainly 2.5 days, because we only have uncommons and commons. Essentially what you're going to see is that you're going to reach your goal extremely quickly. Steve, buddy, yo, what's up? Actually, you're just in time. We're going to play some games, which is again, this was extremely interesting. But the DGen in me loves watching people play games. So we're actually going to play some games in a tiny bit. We've been going probably for about the last 1.5 hours. We went through some spreadsheets. We did some good work. We took all of our hourglasses that we mined from our garden. We decided to build in some rares, some uncommons, and basically they're crafting right now. And after that, we set off all the other remaining time wardens, dude. So, again, it's interesting. And really the focus of this stream today was, we were really looking at what is the correct strategy. Is it to extract immediate value? Or is it to reinvest and escalate our operation to the point where we have higher value and higher tiers? So it really was an interesting session. I hope the guys liked it. Guys, again, Undisputed Noobs. He's the only other person in the space, at least that I know of, that's analyzing the data in the way that it should be. A huge inspiration and a large amount of love and respect to Steve. Undisputed Noobs. So guys, I mean, again, the final conclusion is that even with a dip in the market, I think you can see, based on the cycles, if you continue to upgrade your operation, what you will see is, despite a 10% dip every single cycle, you will see an increase in your revenue. Again, it's counterintuitive. But you know, it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do based on all scenario bases, right? Envy Matt saying, thank you very much for your response. I believe that people like me will sell. I cannot hold that much and have been reinvesting a lot until now. I'm top 390. I would win 20K tokens, 5K on the 10th. Dude, congratulations on being on the top 390. I think that's a huge achievement. Again, I think a lot of people will sell. But at the end of the day, what we have to understand is that while a lot of people will sell, I do think that there's going to be outward pressures that in the longer run will bring up that token price. As I mentioned before, do not underestimate the voracious appetite of token funds who can actually see the growth of a new era of gaming, right? Why don't I put it at that? Guys, so Masterclass episode 2 of the big economic experiment has come to an end. I think we are slightly over time, right? Usually I do enjoy having this for roughly about an hour, but I think we went through a lot of information. And if you guys have any questions that you guys might have, you know, feel free to post them in chat. However, with that aside, what I would like to do is do something extremely interesting for this group who has arrived today. So one of the things that I promised my subscribers is that I would make sure that we gave out hourglasses pretty much on every single stream. What I did in return to be able to do that is I bought 5 hourglasses off of the market, and we have them churning as we speak. Now, given that, I did want to give this a spin. And, you know, I am, how do I put this? I love giving free shit away. I love giving shit away. It's like my favorite thing to do. So, you know, what we're going to do is we're going to play marbles. So for those of you who have not played marbles before, I'm going to take a 5-minute doggy break, and you guys will see what that is. I do have a very cute but very energetic puppy. I'm going to take a 5-minute break, and I'm going to put that screen up on hold. Feel free to bring in your friends. Feel free to bring in people who might be interested in winning an hourglass. And what we will do is, after that, I will also on the side set up marbles. We are going to do, you know, depending on the number of people we have here, we might either do two or three runs. All right, we'll do one run for the followers, right? Followers only. If you're not following, I would follow now, and we will do one run for our subscribers, right? Because again, I do want to make sure that subscribers get that very, very special love from the Whale Daddy Shark, right? So if you are able to subscribe, again, you know, it's not about the money for me. It's more so that I can escalate the content of this channel. I can give you guys more stuff. We can do more fun stuff together, right? So anyway, I am going to put this, I'm going to pump up the music. I am going to put this on doggy break. And then after that, if you guys be patient enough for me for roughly about 5 minutes, I'll get everything sorted out and we can actually do this. So we are going to do one for all followers, and we will do one specifically for subscribers. Give me 1 second, guys. Doggy break coming in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Marbles Arena. Can everyone see this all right? I just want to make sure, because this is the first time I'm streaming this. Let's fucking go. Yeah, baby. Sorry. NBA in the front, DGen in the back. Just like DC's mullet. All right, guys. Okay, thank you so much for the cheer, Coolit. All right, let's do that. And Undisputed Noobs, thank you so much for the subscription, my friend. I know you want to play some marbles. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this yet. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to do one trial run first. But again, it'll help you guys get acclimated to the game before we run another 2 real rounds where you guys are going to be able to win some awesome shit. Right? So what we're going to do first is we... Guys, I haven't said start yet. What are you guys doing? Oh, anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a trial run that's going to be open to everybody. Then after that, the second round, what I will do is I will turn the chat to followers only. And then after that, the final round will be subscribers only. Oh, dude, I think you can hear the excitement in my voice. I've been eager to do this with you guys for a while. I've been eager to give out some hourglasses for a while. Now, before I begin, guys, I do have to tidy up some legal work. The very first thing is I am not based in the United States, where giveaways to subscribers is actually not okay. I am streaming and operating outside of the United States, and all of my actions and activities on stream are governed by that respective jurisdiction, which allows me to do so. So that's the first thing. The second thing that I need to make extremely, extremely clear is this giveaway has in no relation to Twitch, to Big Time Studios, or to Open Loop. All of the prizes and all of these activities are sponsored by yours truly, individually and personally. All right? So guys, so let me make this clear. We are going to do 3 runs. The first run is a trial that I will open up to everybody. The second thing that we're going to do is we are going to do followers only. And the third thing that we're going to do is we are going to do subscribers only, all right? And I want to get to the point where we're able to end every stream on a high by doing this mainly for my subscribers, but also for my followers a couple of times a week. All right, I love all of you equally. I know that not everybody has the means to subscribe, but again, I do want to make sure that, again, I'm making your time worthwhile because you guys have given me your eyeballs and your ears. All right, dude, I am not sure how Mood Moose does this. Any mods? Guys, which map should we do? Which map should we do? I don't want to do like a map that ends in like a second. Does anyone have a favorite? Do the random. All right. So we will do a random over here. The number of viewers I have in total is 57. So we will push this up to max, which is 60. And then after that, once we start, essentially what you guys need to do in chat is type exclamation point and play. Right? I do need to make sure that this works for followers only as well as subscribers only later on. But for the time being, anybody can play. There's no prize for this round because simply what we're doing is we're getting acclimated to it and we're allowing you guys to play first. All right? So again, you guys can try and use boost or whatever. I see people using boost, but I'm not really sure if that works. Need to run map 40. Max Racers. Oh, yes. Very good. We will run the Temple of Steve, paying homage to the most acute and the most intelligent analyst of the big time economy. We will do the Temple of Steve. Max Racer 60, we're gonna click on race. I think we're off to the races here. All right, so basically what I need you guys to do is I need you guys to click exclamation point play. Again, this is just for fun for the time being, so there are no prizes involved. But however, what you guys are going to be able to do is you guys are going to be able to see how this works for those who have not played it before. And for those who have played it before, it gives you a chance to like beef up your skills, all right? So no prizes this round. This is a practice round. The next round we'll do followers only. It's free to follow, guys. So next round we'll do followers only, and the rewards for the followers only is going to be one common time hourglass, and the reward for the subscribers only is going to be one common time hourglass as well. You know, subscribers, I'm so grateful to you. So again, if you guys you know, you guys can participate in both the followers and the subscribers version. So I think that goes without saying. All right. So we are going to make sure that we start. The enter countdown, I'm going to put it at 20, just so that we can make sure that we have ample time so everybody who wants to play that they can play. And we are going to enter the countdown. I will mute my mic and I will turn up the music as we begin, and I will make sure that I'm controlling the cameras correctly. Good luck, everybody. May the person with the best ball win. Big Ben with the biggest balls here leading the pack. Wow, Triple Gary coming up close. Envy Matt, Slackov, Zykov, who wins? Nobody knows. Who has the best and the biggest balls? We're gonna probably find out in roughly another minute. Big Ben of big time just tearing away from the crowd. Amazing. Let's take a look at second place. We got Envy Matt coming in close, extremely close. Dude, this is gonna be a nail biter, dude. Dude, where are my mods? Mods! Given the amount of practice you guys have in this game, Jesus Christ. I think it's a toss-up. I think it's a toss-up. Nope, we have Big Ben of big time winning big with the with position number 1 in this practice round. We got Cirrus L666 coming in second, Envy Matt coming in third, Undisputed Noobs coming in fourth, and Nightmare 35, Nightmare my friend, our head of community, coming in number 5, giving a good showing for the whale community. Wimps, what's up, my friend? What's up, what's up? Sorry, guys, I was speaking over the music. All right, Big Ben of big time, winner of the practice round. What we're gonna do now is we are actually gonna go for reels. We're gonna go for reels. Let me see how to do this. We're gonna go to the race menu. Okay. So before we go for reels, today we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna give away a common hourglass in 2 races. So 1 common hourglass each. Essentially the process is that, and I have mentioned all of these disclaimers already, I am extremely laborious and extremely meticulous when it comes to legal and regulatory. So please make sure that you look and you read the disclaimers inside my info. It's in rules of the stream, all right? Now, given that everything is kosher, you know, I want to contribute back to the community. I want to give you guys back something. And what I'm going to be doing the majority of the time is making sure that I run one of these races every single time we finish stream, we wrap up stream. And, you know, I will have one definitely all the time for my subscribers, right? I want to thank you guys. You guys are epic. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for allowing me to build something bigger and greater. And then after that, occasionally what we'll do is we'll have one for followers as well, right? So, you know, it's free to follow. You know, if you're not following me right now, I think you might want to start because I am gonna turn on follower chat only, and it will be only followers that will be able to participate in this round of marbles. Wimps, I actually have a rare Time Warden giveaway that's listed on the top, you know, of my point system. So if the community is able to group together enough ambergris, right, I will do a raffle, or we might do a marbles for everybody to give away a rare hourglass. Now, in terms of moving to epic, you know, maybe. Once you guys are able to complete the rare challenge, I will definitely post up an epic down there. All right. So for those of you guys who don't know, if you guys click the thing that looks like a red crystal, Nightmare is like, just shut up and let's play. If you guys click on the red crystal down nearby chat, essentially what you're going to see is you're going to be able to see all the things that you can redeem with ambergris or the name of my points, right? Don't worry, guys, we haven't started. I'll give you guys an ample amount of time to enter before we do that. Burger CC, are you following? If you followed, what you need to do is you need to type !play. Often if there are too many people though, I'm not able to highlight every single marble or every single ball. So, you know, you need to type !play. And don't worry, that was just a practice round, right? It was a practice round so that everybody could learn how to play. Anyway, what we're going to do next is we are going to have the official race. This is for all followers. So give me 1 second, guys. Let me flex my let me flex my Twitch chaps here on. All right, so I have enabled followers only mode for this channel. So if you guys do want to check whether you're following me or double check whether you're following me, what you guys can do is you guys can try type a message in this chat, right? So I'll give you guys about 10 seconds to do that. If you can type, then you know you guys are okay to go. Essentially what I'm going to do now is we are going to launch the game. Give me 1 second here. Let's do a random. I don't want it to be short though. Let me see. Let's do something interesting. Why don't we do Frozen? So after Temple of Steve, we're going to do Frozen. Oh, that doesn't look great. Is there anything that is Portal Purgatory? Jesus Christ. Oh, Steve, Portal Purgatory is where we all go when DevOps fails in big time, right? Hold on 1 second. Shattered Dreams? Shattered Dreams is what happens when we're unable to grind and perceive portals in big time. Anyway. Oh, dude, sorry. Dude, Big Time Studios, I love you. I apologize for that. That was a joke made in bad humor. Why don't we do the Marble Factory? Why don't we do Marble Factory, dude? It's 3 minutes. That sounds like a lot of fun. Undisputed. I swear to God, you and I are going to get banned. You and I are going to get banned from all the servers by saying shit like this. Anyway, we're going to start. So we're going to start with Marble Factory. We have more than 60 people. Max racers is going to be 70. It's viewers only. We're going to race. I'm assuming that all 66 of you that are here are actually following me. I will make sure that you guys have the opportunity to do so. Oh, dude, I'm great. It's a ball factory. Awesome. So what we are going to do now is if you want to play, and I will give you guys about 20 seconds before I do a countdown, !play, !play. And once everybody is in, I will do a 10-second countdown, and then you guys will have 10 seconds to !play as well. All right? Okay. Once I see people stop coming in, that's really once I see a delay lag. All right, I think we're good to go. Is there anyone in chat who is following me and has not been allowed to play yet? Is there anybody in chat who has not been allowed to play yet? Undisputed Noobs, there you go. Anybody else? X-rated? Okay, fantastic. Game Master Sir Steve. Sir Steve is also MBA in the front and DGen in the back. So we're letting our DGens fly. So Ricicia, what you need to do is type exclamation point and play in the chat. There you go. No, I think you're already in. Yeah, because we only have 61. You activate cheat. All right, guys, we are going to do the 10. We are going to do the 10-second countdown right now. Race starting in 20 seconds. Guys, so for those of you guys who typed exclamation point play, you guys should definitely be in here. 100% you guys should be in here. All right, I'm gonna turn off my mic. I'm gonna blast the music and let the balls fly. Just not in my face. That is so kind of Steve. Steve's just so generous, not only with his knowledge, but even with his assets. Steve has said that even if he wins, he wants to give it to the next place. Steve, are you sure you're gonna win, my friend? That might be a preemptive statement, but it just shows the type of person that you are, man. You're a stand-up guy. How's that conveyor belt treating you guys? The conveyor belt seems as slow as my load times to get into my personal metaverse. Damn, did Steve analyze the shit out of marbles so he knew he was gonna win this round? Man down, man down. Oh dear, Steve, I think you're stuck, dude. Dude, are you, oh no, he's not stuck. Zykoz hot on the heels. Nightmare 35 coming in. Let's see where everyone else is. Slackov, you guys are all stuck in the Tyrophone box, dude. What are you guys doing? You guys having a party in there? All right, Steve analyzed the shit out of marbles, guys. Steve analyzed the hell out of marbles. Congratulations, Steve. Steve, again, a stand-up guy. He knows he has a lot. He knows he wants to give back to the community. Steve, dude, you are amazing. How did you know that you were gonna come in first place? Hold on, let me lower the volume on the music. Steve, how did you know you were gonna come in first place? What metric or what spreadsheet were you doing to do that, dude? Congratulations to Steve, but an even bigger congratulations to Zykov, I believe. Let me see the final results here. Zykoz, congratulations, my friend. You are the very first winner of an hourglass, right? Steve, you're the very first winner of the inaugural Marbles official race. Post-stream official race. Congratulations to you, my friend. Guys, make sure you give Steve Undisputed Noobs a follow. Mods, if you can post up Steve's Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube into chat so that they can make sure that they're getting the best information that they can on Big Time. That would be unbelievable, right? That would be unbelievable, right? So mods, if you could help me do that just so that everyone can see what a stand-up guy he is, as well as the amount of information that he's providing the community. The other one thing I have to say about Undisputed, or what I have to say about Steve, is that, dude, he's actually in the Big Time, he's actually inside the Big Time Discord server, helping the team put out fires, bringing a lot amount of rationality, right? Dude, Steve, I swear to God, if I was in that dumpster fire, I would have just thrown myself out into another server. So, dude, you're a stand-up guy. Thank you so much for being so generous with the community, with your knowledge, as well as with your assets. Zycos, you are the official winner of a common hourglass. Congratulations, my friend. I have absolutely loved having you in stream all this while, and I do hope you join us all the time as we move forward in our journey on Twitch. So Zycos, what you can do, if you can send me a whisper on Twitch, I will get that hourglass out to you latest by tomorrow, all right? Latest by tomorrow. Guys, congratulations to both Undisputed Noobs as well as Zycos. Congratulations to Nightmare for representing the Whale members community. So Nightmare repping Whale members down there, coming in a very close third with only 5 seconds. But Nightmare, 5 seconds in balls is an eternity. Oh, maybe Zycos didn't see it. Oh dear. Dude, all right, dude, you got big balls, but apparently your balls are smaller than Steve's and Zycos's. So anyway, let's go on to the final part of this session today, which is, you know, my beloved, my lovely subscribers only race. So, you know, again, I want to make sure that I'm thanking all of the subscribers who, you know, placed a bet on me very early on. Steve was probably my very first subscriber when he gifted 10 subs to my stream back then. And, you know, again, that was extremely encouraging from an emotional standpoint. So I very much appreciate that. Again, I try to give back as much as I can. And, you know, this is my way of giving back to you guys. Thank you so much for staying here, keeping me company, having epic conversations in chats. I hope you guys do continue to do so. For those who have not subbed at the moment, essentially after every single stream, I might need to buy more common Time Wardens. Please, no one snipe the market. But after every single stream, I will hold a round of marbles. Every single stream for my subscribers, right? Probably at least once a day. And then after that, occasionally we'll hold 2 races, one for my followers and one for my subscribers, because I know that not every single person has the means to sub. But at the same time, I very much greatly appreciate your follows as well. You guys are all important to me. So we are going back to the race menu. What we are gonna do here is I am gonna move it to... Oh, Zycos, no worries, bro. If you could whisper to Zorro? If you could whisper to Zorro? Zorro, bro, can you get me Zycos's ETH address and send it to my signal so that I can send him his very well-deserved reward. So right now what we're going to do is we are going to go into subscribers only. The chat is being muted for subscribers only now. There we go. All right, so I'm not sure how many subscribers I have. So guys, I'm gonna leave about maybe a minute for you guys just to make sure that you can test that that subscribers are working. Vote 41. Dude, what are you doing? There we go. You know, I really, you know, after I announced this yesterday, I really had to think through what was the best way to operate this, right? I had to think through what's the best way to operate this. And, you know, I want to make sure that I am conscientious of the terms of service for Twitch, while at the same time, you know, making sure that I have all of the relevant disclaimers here. The only way that I could make subscribers happen is by making sure that I was able to, number one, state that I'm not based in the United States. My activities on Twitch are governed by the countries that I operate out of from. And the second thing is that, this competition, this giveaway, is not sponsored or actively involved in by Twitch, by Open Loot, by Big Time Studios, right? This is wholly presented for and sponsored for by myself, all right? That is so, dude, Steve, that is so, dude, you're so generous, man. Wow. Steve, I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words, my friend. That is such a nice thing for you to do. Sorry, my chat screen was flying so quickly, which again is the thing I worry about when we have too many people in chat, right? I don't get to pay the appropriate amount of attention to everything and everybody in this chat when there's too many people. But dude, again, you are just such a stand-up guy. I can't wait to interact with you further. But before we go on to subscriber chat and subs, guys, subscribers, make sure that you test your chat in screen. If you're having any issues, maybe whisper to Zoro or one of the mods. I do want to give a special thanks out to a couple of people here. So the first thing is that I want to thank Envy Matt for subscribing. Envy Matt, thank you so much. Cool It as well. Thank you for giving out a community sub. I really do appreciate that. And then after that, the people who followed, dude, where do I start here? Damn. Guys, thank you so much. Alan Tijana, 1993. Mr. Sepelina Sawastikan, Darwin Mats 09, Eno Monkey, Dr. Double Pump. That is quite the name there. Gizmo TV, DNJNH, Zamuez, Ocius05, Reeton 1010, Fuss Rodahitch, E Ferry P, Wen Lambos 3DS, Jilan, Me Saint, Mionel, Angels, Spankin Llama, Bad Jojo, Ancient Glitch, Donald Pump 2033, Apple Fed Vig, and Game Master. Thank you so much for the sub, my friend. Thank you so much. You're here to play. You're here to win. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys. It's Donald Pump. I love that, guys. I absolutely love that. All right, we got marbles. Let's see. Let's look at this. Twists and turns. The funnel. I played the funnel. I don't think that's a marble. No. Hard landing. Taking flight. Let's look for one that's let's look for a little bit of entertainment. How about cosmic chaos? There you go. Cosmic chaos, like the big time Discord general chat at the moment. All right, are you guys ready? Max Racers put at 70. I know we don't have 70 subscribers, but I'll put it at 70. Let's race. Guys, so subs, thank you so much for the support. I really, again, I keep saying thank you, but there's no other way for me to express my gratitude other than, to just put my head down, keep on streaming with you guys, try to come up with as much fun things that we can do together. So again, thank you so much for all of that. Subscribers, I am going to give you another 40 seconds. 40 seconds to come in to the marbles. So with subs, basically, I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We got 13 subscribers who were live on this chat. Hopefully, we do have quite a number of other subscribers. Hopefully, they will be able to play at another time. If not, what I'll do is I will do a random generator on my subscriber list just to make sure that everyone is involved. All right? Good luck. May the balls be with you, and may the person with the biggest balls win. All right, we're gonna start in 20 seconds here. I'm gonna pump up the music. You guys can get your hands on your keyboard. Show me that boost. Show me that jump. Show me that win. Let's see who comes in. All right, pumping up the music and going on mute.
Cool it. Dude, what do you mean you can't see your marble? Is your marble so far ahead of other people that you can't see your marble? Guys, this is a neck to neck if I've ever seen one. Amazing. So we've got Cool It, we have Game Master and Zorro Whale gunning for the front, gunning for the lead. Maybe, Steve, are you going easy on them? Triple Gary Game Master. Guys, let me teach you another NBA terminology. We call it a cluster, right? When something is like everything is complex and confused and going all over the place, we call it cluster, short for clusterfuck. We got Arrows Lago and Cool It in a very strong lead. Game Master coming in third, coming in fourth. Balo Porca Media coming in third now. Broke Average Joe hot on the tail with Triple Gary. Meow. And there we have it, my friend. Arrows Lago, a very well won battle. Coming in first with Triple Gary coming in second, Cool It coming in third, and Game Master coming in fourth. Very, very close. Broke Average Joe coming in fifth, Envy Matt coming in sixth. Steve apparently hadn't done a spreadsheet on this map, so he came on seventh. Let me see here. Balo Porca Media coming in 8th, Zorro Whale repping the whale community coming in 9th, Langa coming in 10th, Nightmare Mods are people too. If you guys won, I would have actually awarded you guys the prizes, guys. Let's remember that mods are people too. But repping the whale, we're repping the whale community or the whale members coming in 9th and 10th, Langa representing Elite, and Zigzag Zoc coming in 12th. Guys, congratulations. Zigzag Talk. Dude, I've absolutely loved doing this with you guys. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. Aros Lago, if you can send a whisper across to Zorro so that he can actually get your ETH address, I'm gonna withdraw both assets later tonight. And then after that, when I wake up tomorrow morning or either later tonight, I will send those across to your ETH address and you guys should have them in your Ethereum wallet. Now, for those guys who didn't win, again, I'm so thankful for everything that you guys do provide to me. You know, what I'll make sure that I do for subscribers is making sure that maybe a subscriber can't win more than 2 every single week so that everybody has an opportunity to do so. At the same time, also try on some days, you know, rather than marbles, you know, I can run some form of a raffle so that I can also reward the subscribers who are not available. So, you know, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn off chat here. Yo, what's up, J Cluster? Dude, thank you. Dude, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the raid, my friend. We just finished a round of marbles. We had a bunch of people who won some common hourglasses, right? It's not the last time that we're gonna do this, right? But I think the community had a bunch of fun, you know, trying to run balls through small tubes. So it should be a lot of fun. Steve, yo, thank you so much. You're such a gracious person in terms of allowing that award to go to someone else. Thank you so much for that, my friend. And dude, you're a scholar and a gentleman. So guys, this is not the last time we're going to do this, right? We had a really interesting time going through all of the economic data that exists within Big Time, talking about time wardens as well as the experiment. For those who are just coming in, just to let you guys know, I'm on stream pretty much every single day. We will run marbles every single day for the subscribers, whereby those subscribers are going to win a free common hourglass. Was a lot of fun. Winners, please make sure that you message Zorro, so Aris Largo, as well as Zykos. If you could send a whisper to Zorro, he will send me your ETH addresses, and you will see the NFTs in your account latest by noontime tomorrow, if the withdrawal process isn't too long, right? Isn't too long. For those of you guys who don't know, J Cluster, dude, thank you so much for rating my channel. I really do appreciate it. Love what you have on streaming all the time and love that information. Particularly loved your YouTube video that you posted. It brings so much of a wealth of information to the community who are trying to get started out and knowing how to do things. For those of you who have not been following, J Cluster, make sure that you guys click on his nickname and make sure that you guys join his Twitch. He streams ferociously, right? And it's a lot of fun watching him do so. Zorro mods, if you guys could post J Cluster's Twitch address, as well as his Twitter and YouTube, if you guys are able to find it, into the chat so that the people can get access to more information. Again, J Cluster is an OG. I have a tremendous amount of respect for all of you guys who continue to stream and continue to share the love of big time, prior to the economy launch. So my hat's off to you. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for the raid. And I really do appreciate that I really do appreciate all of the hard work that has gone into making this such a wonderful community. Guys, the next stream that's going to happen, I am going to skip the afternoon stream that I usually do tomorrow, simply because, again, I do have some in real life commitments that I do need to get to. However, what we will do tomorrow, we will do this tomorrow evening. Let's do this probably about the same time, about 8 p.m. plus 8 GMT. We will do crack and marbles. How about that? It's crack and marbles. So essentially what we'll do is we will go around the 127 space metaverse. We'll pick up some crack hourglasses. Hopefully one of our transcendent time wardens are going to be able to dismantle those, or available to dismantle those. And then after that, why don't we play another 2 to 3 more rounds of marbles with everybody? I think you guys enjoyed that quite a bit. For those of you guys who joined the raid with J Cluster, my name is Will D Shark. I've been in crypto since 2012, was early into Bitcoin, early into Ethereum, as well as early into NFTs. Eventually became the largest collector of NFTs in 2020, and then started up an NFT community that slowly blossomed into a Web3 community called Whale Members, right? That information can be found in my About. I've been following big time probably since 2020, 2021. And opposed to being able to play because I'm a horrible gamer, I've assumed the mantle of a merchant, and I run a 127 space 113 time warden sweatshop. So if you guys are interested in watching that sweatshop, feel free to tune in. I usually stream twice a day for 1 hour each time, 1 to 2 hours each time. It's getting longer. But again, thank you to J Cluster. Thank you to all the OGs for making this such a wonderful fucking community to be in, right? On top of that, what I do at the end of each of my streams is the first thing that I do is I do give away. Common hourglasses to followers. It's free to follow. We'll do that through the marble game, as some of you guys might have seen. And on top of that, essentially what I do is I hold a marbles competition for all of my subscribers at the end of each stream, right? So we're probably going to be giving away roughly about 10 to 20 common hourglasses every single week. Again, I always appreciate subs, not for the money, but mainly for the ability to grow the channel and to do more cool shit with it. But at the same time, I value and I appreciate every single one of you. So without further ado, Jay Cluster, thank you so much for bringing in all these people. You know, I hope to get to know every single one of you. We have a lot of fun here. But with that, I am going to end off tonight's stream and actually get some IRL work done. Thank you, everybody who came to play. Zycause, as well, all of the winners, as well as Aros Lago. Make sure you whisper to Zoro so I can get those hourglasses to you guys as soon as possible. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to pass the buck. Jay Cluster, thank you so much for bringing in the raid. This is going to be my very first raid. You know, I know that there are a lot of streamers here on Big Time who are trying to make it big, you know, who are taking that opportunity, taking that chance. So what I'm going to do is, Jay Cluster, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to re-raid somebody else, right? I'm going to pass that dollar down. We are going to pass, and we are going to Carlos GG, who has been streaming for roughly about 13 hours now. And I really want to make sure that, you know, the people who spend so much time. I mean, it's difficult. I think it's challenging sometimes to think that it's not difficult to sit in front of a camera and play games for 13 hours in a row, but it really is. So without further ado, we're gonna drop into Carlos GG. Again, please don't exit, you know, listen to what she has to say, you know, cheer up, give her a great day, and then after that, we will move forward ahead. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everybody.